Today we're going to talk about the 5 stages of spiritual awakening. Have you ever felt the profound shift inside your life, as if you were awakening in a new understanding of yourself and the world? Spiritual awakening is like a unique journey. It's not a straight path. It's more like the DNA spiral. Some of us loop through stages, others skip it. Yet each journey is tailor-made while our paths differ, and common elements unite us. Let's explore the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, keeping it simple and clear. Today we are going to explore the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, offering insights into each stage and helping you identify which stage you might be in at the initial stage of the spiritual awakening journey. One exists deeply within the realm of the ego. This is a state of being where thoughts and emotions govern without conscious awareness. The individual identifies closely with these thoughts and feelings, believing them to be an integral part of who they are. The ego holds a tight grip, leaving little room for separation between the self and the subjective experience. In this state, individuals may find themselves reaching and reacting to life rather than actively shaping it. The sense of control is limited, leading to defensiveness, anger, and negativity. Life seems to unfold as it is predetermined, and it is encountered traumas, and it reinforces a belief of lack of control. The individual becomes intertwined with the personal narrative, viewing life as something that happens to them rather than something that actively create. Seeing others is challenging during this stage, as perception is filtered through the lens of one's own experiences and projections. This lack of clarity hinders genuine understanding of the others, fostering a skewed view of the world. The unconscious stage is characterized by a deep entanglement with the ego, blurring the lines between the self and the external world. The journey towards spiritual awakening begins with the realization, acknowledging the need to break free from the unconscious pattern and explore the deeper layers of existence. It marks a starting point for the evolution towards greater self-awareness and connection to the profound aspect of the human experience as one progresses on the spiritual awakening journey. They encounter the transformative stage, known as ego death. This phase, it involves a profound breakdown of ego. The subjective self that shapes one's identity and perceptions is a process where the identity constructed around labels such as gender, age, race, and beliefs are dismantled. Ego death is not a physical demise, but a dissolution of a tightly held belief about oneself and who one is. The individual comes to the realization that the ego, their story, that they've been telling themselves is not the essence of their being. All the ideas, concepts built around life, God, and religion are wiped clean, leaving a sense of emptiness and detachment. What emerges from stripping away of the ego is an internal space, a special separation between the subjective self and the observer self. In the unconscious stage, the observer self was obscured, but now it becomes more apparent that the individual starts to comprehend that they are not solely the thoughts, emotions, and identity associated with the ego. Ego death brings forth an awareness of the observer. The self part of the quietly observes and experiences life without being entangled in the narratives of the ego. The individual begins to recognize that the ego is not the true self. It is a construct formed by societal conditioning, personal experiences, and learned behavior. This stage prompts a fundamental shift in a perspective on the door to the understanding of the self. The journey through the ego death is about recognizing the illusion of ego understanding that the story one tells themselves is not the core of their existence. It signifies a transition towards a more profound self-awareness, paving the way for further exploration into the layers of consciousness and the nature of reality, moving beyond ego, the death, the spiritual awakening. The journey enters the phase known as search during the stage. The individual embarks on a quest for understanding and seeking what is commonly referred to as the truth. The search involves a deep exploration of existential questions, a desire to unravel the mysteries of one's own existence. In the search phase, individuals often turn to various sources for guidance. They may engage with spiritual literature, seek wisdom from spiritual teachers, and immerse themselves in videos exploring profound ideas. The motivational behind this quest is a sincere desire to grasp the essence of who they are and why they were born, the meaning of life, and the nature of God. This search is not merely an intellectual pursuit. It is a heartfelt exploration fueled by a genuine longing for clarity and purpose. The individual delves into spiritual practices such as meditation, contemplation, prayer, or channeling, and by an inner urge to connect with the higher understanding. They navigate through this stage. Individuals may find solace in spiritual teachings that resonate with their evolving awareness. Reading becomes a pathway to enlightenment, with each insight bringing a sense of lightness and connection. This phase is marked by the eagerness to absorb knowledge that aligns with the emergent understanding of self and the universe as the spiritual awakening journey progresses. Individuals reach a crucial juncture marked by the emergence of the authentic self. This stage is characterized by a profound shift from pretense and the conscious acknowledgement of one's true nature. In the emergence of the authentic self, the individual reaches a point where the facade that they may have presented to the world begins to crumble. Pretending becomes increasingly challenging, and a sense of discomfort arises when trying to conform to societal expectations that no longer resonate with the evolving sense of self. This phase often unveils the individual's genuine essence, akin to the self that were before societal conditioning influenced them in the return to the authentic often observed in childhood, a time when societal expectations had yet to mold the shape and the individual's identity. During this stage, their heightened only aligns with the inner self. Unbalanced relationships, occupations that don't resonate with the pursuit, that no longer serve the authentic self, begin to fall away. The individual begins a increasing inability to suppress their true voice and an unwillingness to compromise on the genuine desires. In many instances, the stage involves significant life changes. Jobs may be left, relationships may be reevaluated, and living situations may be altered or aligned to the emerging authentic of this. All this can be marked by a sense of upheaval, as the old energy that no longer resonates is sharing, making space for the influx of new energy. In addition to external shifts that emerge off the authentic self, often triggers internal transformations, old emotional wounds, and psychological traumas. All that may resurface for acknowledgement, and it'll be released through emotional roller coaster. It becomes a common experience as the individual undergoes a purging process. Physically, the body may manifest ascension symptoms as it adjusts to the new energetic frequencies. These symptoms can range from heightened intuition to lucid intermissions and multidimensional experiences. The individual becomes attuned to a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. In the final stage, the spiritual awakening journey, individuals transition into a life of alignment, which signifies a harmonious integration of every aspect of oneself with the surrounding of the world. It goes the emergence, beyond the emergence of authentic self, and extends into a profound connection with all facets of existing life. Living a life of alignment involves a deep understanding and connection with oneself. The soul, the mind, the body, there's a compassionate acceptance of one's limitations and a forgiving embrace of the imperfections that make up the individual essence. It is a state of being where self-compassion becomes a guiding principle, and that alignment also extends to relationships with others, having embraced one authentic self. There is a natural overflow of compassion and forgiveness. For the limitations of the others, the individual recognizes that each person is on the unique journey, and there is an understanding that everyone is doing the best that they can with their current awareness. This phase involves becoming the nurturer for oneself, being the supportive parent one may have needed earlier in life, for instance. It is a journey towards unconditional self-love, fostering an environment of understanding and kindness within. As this self-love deepens, it naturally extends towards others, fostering compassion and interpersonal relationships. A life of alignment is not limited to the human realm. It extends to a border, connecting with the world, all individuals realizing the interconnectedness with nature, the trees, plants, animals, the earth, the air, and even inanimate objects. This interconnectedness becomes a lived reality rather than mere conceptual understanding. While the life alignment acknowledges the beauty and light in the existence, it also encompasses a compassionate acknowledgement of the darker aspects. This isn't viewed with cynicism, but with understanding and awareness that every aspect contributes to the richness of a human's experience. If this video resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone that you think would appreciate it. And feel free to leave your thoughts and experiences and comments below. Until next time, family, I love you in Lakesh.